I know you're buying gifts for everyone else right now, so why not invest in something for yourself? OneSkin is partnering with me on this video so I can show you two beautiful gift sets before we get started. OneSkin's Nightly Rewind gift set. It is an upgrade to any nighttime ritual, featuring OneSkin's best-selling OS1 face moisturizer, their new OS1 lip mask, and a cooling gua sha tool, all designed to work together as your body enters its natural nightly repair mode. I love their new night mask. It's always on my nightstand. It increases collagen biomarkers by 138% for fuller, smoother lips. Do you know how many gua sha stones I've dropped in the bathroom and broken? I'm loving this cooling steel version. Again, a great set for yourself, or you know those people in your life that are just impossible to shop for? How about science and luxury? Next is the ultimate dream team, OneSkin and Slip. This limited edition gift set features OneSkin's exclusive peptide technology and Slip's beautiful silk accessories. I love travel size. You have OS1 body, OS1 face, and OS1 eye, all in travel size. Full size, travel size. It's also a great time to start OneSkin, starting with deluxe travel sizes if you've never tried it and been wanting to. I've been sleeping on silk since 2003 and have even purchased it for actresses in my chair so they don't come in the morning with crazy hair and big lines in their face from pillowcase marks. Silk is the best. And here's the silk pillowcase, 100% slip silk, queen size, shown to create 43% less friction on delicate skin. What a great gift. And who doesn't love a silk scrunchie? I can't tell you how excited I was when they launched travel size body. So much easier to travel with. Who doesn't need great gift set ideas? Longevity science with a touch of luxury. What thoughtful gifts for someone special in your life, including yourself. Hey, welcome back to my channel, and thank you OneSkin for partnering with me today. Great gifts. I have been asked by quite a few women in the last few weeks, including my hairdresser a month ago, how to do a full strip. A lot of people have said now, you taught us the half strip, we've really mastered that. Now, how do we wear a full strip? So I'm going to show you that today. This is a little bit more of advanced technique, but I think anyone can learn it. Even if you don't want to wear a half lash, you could go right into a full strip. Takes a little practice, but I know you can do it. Did you have a baby? Did you go to college? Do you have a hard job? Have you had a divorce? Have you had the loss of a parent? You can handle putting on lashes, I promise. Okay, right now I had to do another video for a different brand. This is Lilly lashes. These are self-adhesive. I have them on right now. They're called a half lash, but they're a little bit more than a half lash. They're, to me, a little bit more like 2/3 of your eyelid. My eyes are also getting smaller as I age because, you know, as we get older, our orbital bone starts to, you know, kind of grow, like expand like the universe, and then our eyes sink further into our head. So I notice my eyes are not as wide as they used to be. So these are self-adhesive. You peel them right off. I'm going a little bit backwards today because I want to show you how to put on a full strip, and I'm even going to take off this makeup because I want you to really see my eyes when I put on a full strip for you. But these are great. They're just self-adhesive. I can put the link. I love them. They're so easy. You don't have to have glue. If you know, get them in the wrong place, you can lift them off and reapply them. It's great. But they're a dark band, so you definitely want like a darker eyeliner, but you can wear it real smudgy. I just have a dark brown on today. And that's it. We're good to go. I figured I'd pick a pair of lashes that many of you could get at Walgreens or Ulta or maybe even Amazon. These are the Naked Lashes, and this is $4.25. They're really pretty because they're feathery. You get to decide on your lash. These are my favorite lashes, but they're not very long, but they're really dense, and I like how they're kind of spiky but feathery at the same time. So I'm gonna take off my makeup, or at least most of it, because I want you to really be able to see how I'm doing this. I'm sick right now, but the show must go on, and the reason I'm posting this on a Tuesday is because December 2nd is the day that OneSkin asked me to post their video, and so I just decided to attach it to how to do lashes since so many people asked. In fact, 2 just this week. One on Instagram, one on TikTok. And so I thought, what a perfect time with holidays coming up and women want to explore and play a little bit more. What a perfect time to show how to do a full lash. And I promise you it's easy. I promise you, it's not hard. It just takes a little practice. This is why I always teach doing a half lash first. I think the half lash is easier to learn. And so I like to do that. Okay, I have a tiniest bit of mascara on, but that's okay because actually, sometimes I like a little mascara on my lashes when I do a fake lash, and sometimes I like a bare eye. You get to decide. There's no right or wrong way. For many, many years, I did mascara first, and then I put on lashes. And then as I got older, I kind of liked putting lashes on a bare eye, not with eyeliner. How cute are these little hair clips? They are little ears. I have them in this color too, and they just clip and they pull your hair back, but you get to look like a cute little animal. I don't know, I just love cute stuff like that, you know, as opposed to using these. Anyway, okay, so we're going to take our lashes. I have nothing on my eyes. You can see my eyelids are slightly discolored as I get older. I have nothing on my eyes. I'm going to take this pair, Naked's 1425. I'm going to list, these are my favorite lashes in the world, but they're not very long. So if you don't have a lot of space between your lash line and your brow, see how I have all this space? So I can wear a really long lash. So when I wear these, they feel more natural. They're just really, really dense, and they're not that long. I don't know, they just look really natural and pretty, and I get a lot of compliments when I wear them. But I like these too. These are long, but they're a little bit more, you have to peel the glue off. So I've already worn these once before. So before you put new glue on, you have to go in, and it's like rubber cement. It just balls up. It's real easy to just, you know, gently peel it off. Okay, there you go. We got it right there. Now, this is the best glue in the world. It's Duo Quik Set. It's got the blue writing on it. It dries fast, and this is great for beginners. When glue takes too long to dry, it's really hard to get your lash on. Okay, now remember, this is for full strip. If you don't want to do a full strip, go get those Lilly lashes. I'll post that link too. Or you could even, you know, watch one of my half lash videos and just put a half lash on. I can even list one of my favorite half lashes. I'll just put a bunch of lash links for you just so it's easy for you to click. This glue is maybe drying out the tiniest bit, but do you see that? Do you see how it's kind of a white blue? And you want to coat the entire lash line, but not too thick, but also not too thin. About like that, okay? And then I like to take these type of tweezers that, you know, I used to always use these, just regular tweezers, but you know, something like this is a little bit easier. These are my favorite, but they came in a kit, so I don't know how to tell you to find them. Maybe if you bought a kit, you could find them. But you want to wait 20-30 seconds to put this on. If it's invisible, it means it dried already. You got to be real careful. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the first eye. You're going to take the middle of the lash, and it's going to go right in the middle of your eyelid, and it's going to go on a little ridge. You have a little shelf. It's a little teeny like ridge or shelf of your eyelid before your lash line starts, before you can see the lashes growing out of your eyelid, the follicles. And then I tap down this edge, okay? Use the back side of your tweezers to kind of tamp it down real carefully. And oftentimes this inner eye is the hardest to get to lay down. That's why I like these invisible bands, because they don't try to fight you. They don't try to lift up. If you wear a lash that's too long for your eye, it's gonna go way down here and not be comfortable, or go way out here and hang off your eye and not be comfortable. I'm about comfort. I'll wear a big drag queen lash. I'm not scared of big lashes, but they've got to be comfortable. And it's so important to find the lash that is best for your eye. I had a client here 2 weeks ago for the CMAs, the Country Music Awards, and I put a lash on her, and it was just too much. It was almost like touching her eyebrow, and I'm like, nope, that's not it. And we took it off, and she's like, yeah, I think that's too obvious. I'm like, me too. So we took it off, and I put a different lash on her, and it was perfect, and it was a little bit more of a cat eye. So they were longer, I mean, they were shorter all through here and longer out here, so they elongated and lifted her eye, and that was a better style. Some people that have more of a round eye can get away with a longer lash. You have to play it with different shapes. I can't tell you the best shape for you, but I can tell you certain lashes that I keep in my pro kit, and they tend to work universally on most eye shapes, okay? But only you can decide. Like, this is a pretty long lash. Like, do you see how it's coming like all the way up to my brow bone? But again, I have a lot of space between my lashes and my brow bone. I have a huge brow bone, okay? So I can get away with a longer lash, okay? What do we think of that? That's not going anywhere. You can also take your lash, whatever your lash tweezers are, and after you've waited about a minute or so and you know it's dry, you can kind of clamp it down, just not hard, but just kind of press it down to make sure it's really on that eyelid, okay? Hold on. I think I have strep or COVID or some virus. Gracie had it weeks and weeks ago, so she's not contagious, but it's a sore throat, and I don't feel well, so I apologize for my energy level. Okay, so I have that one on that eye. Now I want to show you my smaller one. I peeled off the older glue. This is my shorter lash. These I love. They're Foxy Mango, which I know that is the weirdest name, but they are so pretty and they're so affordable. Look, I mean, you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 8 pair, and I think the whole thing might be $7 or $8. It's definitely under $10. So that is very affordable. My glue is drying out because the cap no longer wants to go on all the way, so it's usually not this hard to put glue on, so I apologize. I'm gonna have to get a new glue because this glue is getting dried up, but you can still see we still have it going on. See how it's like that light whitish blue? It starts to get deeper blue as it dries, but this is my favorite lash. I'm excited to wear it. This isn't bad. Now I did put a little Victoria Beckham pencil with it just to smudge it, make it look nice and dark. Ideally, you're gonna do your eye makeup first and then put on your fake lashes, but I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing, so I thought it was easier if I just left my eyes nude. But yeah, I would do all my eye makeup first and then put my lashes. And again, you get to decide if you want to put mascara on first or after. And if you put it on after, you have to be real careful not to get too much mascara on the fake lash, because you want to be able to wear them again and again and again. So you wait about 20 seconds, and then here we go, watch again. So I'm going to take the center of the lash strip, I'm going to put in the center of my eyelid and kind of just leave it there for a second. And then I always go to the outer edge and make sure that is tacked down on that little ridge of skin we have. And then I go in with the inner corner, which tends to be a little bit trickier because it doesn't want to lay down all the time. And see how I still have little baby lashes. You don't want this to go to the very inner corner. It is not comfortable, trust me. There is not a person in the world where I take a fake lash all the way to the inner corner. 1, it won't stay down. 2, it's very uncomfortable. And 3, it doesn't look natural. Okay? And then I go and make sure that this is all really on there. And boy, is that on there. See, I like this eye better. I do. I like this eye better. It just looks a little more natural. They're a little bit longer. You can see they get a little bit longer on the outside, so these are shorter. And when my eye is fully open, like, they don't go all the way up to my brow bone so much. They're just really pretty. They're really dark. They're really dense. Now, when I know that glue is dry, again, I'll let me try these. I'll go in and just kind of pinch those corners down and make sure the corners are really, really resting well. Okay, and there we go. Which do you like? Do you like the naturals that are longer with an invisible band, or do you like the Foxy Manga? The Foxy Manga also has the tiniest black band, but for some reason it's like a silk band, and it is just so comfortable to put on. It's so comfortable to wear. And then I would probably go in with the tiniest bit of like a Victoria Beckham again, because it's going to blend. I love her pencils. They just blend like butter. They're meant to be like a blending, blurring pencil. And there you go. And then when you come home from your event, you take the outer corner, you peel them off slowly, you put them back in their case. Always keep them covered and dust free. And then again, when you go to wear them the next time, make sure you peel all that old glue off, and make sure, like, my glue won't close, so that's why it's all dried out and gunky. I need to get a new one. But you know, make sure you keep that sealed, and always keep it kind of sitting up in this way, not lying down. Just keep it up like this, because it's just better. But what do we think? Which one do you like better? So easy. They stay on till you take them off, and I don't know which I like better, but I love lashes. I've been wearing lashes since 1989. My mom was wearing lashes since 1963, 64. And so it just was a very normal daily thing for me to have lashes. And I think that they lift the eyes. I think they take attention away from jowls and neck when you have really beautiful eyes that are expressive. So my advice to you is to play, practice, and learn which lash shapes work better for your eyes. Learn if you think it's easier to put them on after mascara or before mascara. I can teach you the techniques and methods, but everybody's eye shape is so different. Some lashes even come in brown, and that might be really pretty for some of you. You can't be so timid and scared and shy. You have to be willing to, you know, spend a little bit of money here and there on lashes, and you have to play, and you have to see which method you like better, which color, which shape. You only know when you try. Okay, but I will put some universal flattering shapes in for just my link section and description. Real quick too, my Mature Makeup Masterclass is no longer on Teachable, so if you sign in, it won't be there, and you can always email me, but I have moved it over to my personal website. It is now, you don't have to have an email anymore to sign in. You can just, I think, let me double check, but you just sign in with a password. You just go to my website and sign in with a password, and it's all there for you to watch, okay? I had to do that because Teachable was charging like $2,000 a year, and that's silly when I have my own website. So I moved it all over. I'm gonna slowly be emailing people and let them know the new process, but I just wanted you to know if you sign in and it's not there, you're fine. Once you've paid for it, you're in for life, you're fine. It's just now moved to my site instead of Teachable, okay? That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, take care of yourself, get a lot of sleep, get a lot of fluids, don't get sick like me. I'm gonna be taking NyQuil and going to bed early again tonight, but we'll nip this, it's okay. And let me know if you practice this and if you have any fun parties coming up. You never wanna do it for the first time the night of a party or the night of an important event. You're gonna mess up. You really wanna be relaxed and have all the time in the world and play and practice and really feel confident in what you're doing. But they're just lashes, they come off. If you screw up, they come off. You can just put eyeliner over the mess that you made. It's fine. Extra mascara, you know, if you decide to ditch lashes on that particular night, it's not a big deal. I've done it many times. In fact, the night before, the night of Thanksgiving, I had a full face of makeup on, and I looked in the mirror and I looked close up because I'm testing foundations, and I was like, this doesn't look good. And I got my wipes out and I took my whole face off. I had lash extensions, but I took my whole face off at the last minute. It's okay. We can pivot. It's okay. It's just makeup. It comes off. Isn't that exciting? Okay. Bye for now. I love you. God loves you. And I'll see you next time.